Benvenuti amici di Lago Film Fest. Siamo qui oggi presenti con il regista Micheal Heindl, regista di Spring Will Not Be Televised, cortometraggio che è in concorso alla selezione Nuovi Segni del Lago Film Fest 2021. Hello Micheal, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine. Thank you.
Good,
How are
good.
you?
I'm fine, I'm good. Thank you very much.
That's good.
So, Spring Will Not Be Televised, a really, really interesting short movie, which I congratulate you about. Is really, really good. If you want to start by talking a little about yourself and about the project, if you want.
About myself, I'm an artist, a fine artist and filmmaker living in Vienna. And I actually studied painting. And about 10 years ago, I started to more and more getting interested into film. And so I kind of ended up in the short film scene, I would say. About the video itself, it was shot last spring when the first lockdown started, and the idea was born out of this boring situation. We all were sitting at home all the time, and I started to go out at night because it was also a very interesting situation to have these empty streets. And there I saw the people inside their homes and inside their houses, and I thought could be interesting to do something with this situation. So I then started to bring my camera with me and film the people at home while they were watching TV, and that was one of the only things, or one of the few things we could do back then, and so that was the starting point for the film, I would say.
Okay, good. Yes, Spring Will Not Be Televised, for the people at home watching. It's basically a short movie where Micheal himself goes out and, as he said, starts filming the inside of the people's homes and people's basically living situations. One of the questions that I wanted to ask you, so you said it basically started during the pandemic. So would you say that the images that were filmed during the short movie were kind of an answer to the pandemic, or was it something that the pandemic directly influenced filming?
Well, I had the idea to work with private televisions, or to capture the private, or to capture what people are consuming, what kind of media they're consuming. The idea came a little bit before, and very shortly. So the pandemic was actually a good starting point to do this project. It's for me in general. I'm very much interested in public space and the connection between the public and the private space. And this film plays on the edge between the public and the private. And so it's, on the one hand, it's a view into the private space, but then from the private space also out into the media public space. And so it's like a mirror. The outside, the television is like a mirror of outside where I was standing. And this tension was what interested me most, actually, there.
Okay. Well, during the pandemic, I think we both agree that the idea of the space and the space people live in and the object that live in it started getting a new meaning in the life of filmmakers. And actually, I wanted to ask, because you're quite a prolific artist in regard to what it means to film the spaces, the living spaces, and the object in it. So I wanted to ask you: do you think the pandemic managed to recontextualize the meaning of filming a space and the objects, and if such, in a positive or negative way?
Sorry,
I hope the question was clear.
no, sorry. What did you mean exactly?
So basically, since the pandemic confined us in our enclosed space,
Yeah.
I think that filming and recreating a space in a work of audiovisual work got a new meaning thanks to the pandemic. And I wanted to ask your opinion about if the idea of filming a space has been recontextualized in a positive or negative way.
To filming a space, well, I mean, what was most what we were feeling most was that our space was reduced. Basically, during the lockdown, we were all locked inside, and television or visual media were the only way to get connected with other people, like we are now connected. And so I yeah, and on the one hand, of course, it's good because it was without this media, things would look very different now. But on the other hand, I think it's very important to not to get stuck in this situation and to go out and also to explore the three-dimensional space again. And so I think it has a positive and a negative side, of course.
Okay. So as you said before, you were also a painter. So which is kind of interesting because it's like painting and filming is sometimes not encounter like a common space in between. So what do you think is the most expressive way to convey an emotion and convey a meaning through art today? In which one of the two categories do you feel most comfortable and more free to express your ideas?
Well, for me, most of the time it depends on the concept. I would consider myself basically as a concept artist, and so first there is the concept of what I want to do, and then I decide whether if it's a painting or if I work with film or sculpture or an installation. So yeah, there is a strong concept behind each of my work, and then I decide which technique fits better at the end, I would say.
Okay, so now we'll go into the last question. So Spring Will Not Be Televised has seen quite a success in the last year through expositions at various places and festivals. So the question is, what is next from Micheal Heindl? What's the next step in your career now that the pandemic is slowly going down and the possibility of going out and filming again is going to be more common and more available, hopefully?
I mean, actually, I did never stop working. So I think, like for most artists or visual artists, things did not change so hard. So most of us, I suppose, locked themselves in their studios and worked as they're usually working. Of course, it's a good development that now the film festivals are getting live again and not just online. The online part, of course, was a very good thing, but it's not so satisfying as to meet in real life. And so I hope that we can that the summer, the infection rates and everything will show that in summer it will slowly get back to normal, and we could meet in real life. And I don't know what are the next steps. There are a lot of projects going on. Like I'm currently working on two new films. Next week I will go to Berlin to make a big mural there. It's times are not getting boring, I would say. It's a lot of stuff to do, and Yeah, but I'm optimistic, I would say,
Okay.
for the future.
Okay, perfect. Then we're all very optimistic. Thank God. I mean, thanks to the situation, now the festivals will get back, and everyone will finally be able to live normally as we all did before this pandemic. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Michael. Well, I hope you had an. I hope you spent your time well here. I hope it wasn't stressful or anything. And beh, allora noi ci salutiamo, cari amici di Lago Film Fest. Ringraziamo qui Michael Heindl per il suo tempo. E ricordate, Spring Will Not Be Televised sarà in concorso nella sezione Nuovi Segni e lo potrete vedere al Lago Film Fest 2021. Well, thank you again, Michael, and we hope to see you soon, and we hope to see you in the festival.
Yeah, I hope so too. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye bye.